Well, today on Out and About Columbus, we take a good look at Mother Earth and recycling. And you don't want to miss today's show. Just look at the cans behind me. Just part of the recycling effort that's out there in this country. We take a very close look on today's show. You won't want to miss a moment of this. Stay with us. Since the 1950s, Ace Iron and Metal has been supporting the community in an environmentally friendly way. Over its years, the business has transformed from a small junkyard to a considerable scrap metal recycling operation that services retailers and customers. I learned more about the operation from Dave and John. So John, what does recycling mean? What does it mean to the economy and to Mother Earth?
Sure. Well, I think as citizens of this planet, all of us have become concerned with recycling, as we should. And you know, we live in a society where we consume a lot of goods, and fortunately, we figured out ways to recycle a lot of those goods and put them back into good use. And at Ace, we're happy to be a part of that from the metal standpoint. You know, this metal has already been used, it had some end use, and now we have the opportunity to allow that metal to be recycled and used again, and we feel good about that. The costs to recycle currently are less than the cost to mine new material, and so we continue to refine processes and develop equipment to be able to keep those costs low so that we can continue to recycle.
At Ace, what types of things do you see come in here that gets recycled?
We've got everything from your typical kind of pop cans that you would see people bringing in, to copper tubing, to aluminum siding, to washers and dryers and things that you would use as far as appliances at home. But we'll take all kinds of stuff, so the full gamut, pop cans all the way to washers and dryers to aluminum siding.
You get it ready. Kind of talk about that process with it.
We would take those consumed goods that have been used already for their whatever purpose they were intended, and we process them and we aggregate them by type, by grades, and then we will send those on to actual end users. And there's a certain level of processing that we'll perform to get those metals in a usable format and form for the actual end consumer and smelter.
Want to learn more about any of today's show guests? Go to outandaboutcolumbus.com.
Is it getting hot in here, or is it just us sweating off a few pounds? Momentum 98 has everything you need, from personal massagers, portable saunas, and healthy raw foods. Mike met up with owner Phil to talk about the benefits of staying healthy through saunas and more.
So Phil, I came in when you first got these saunas, and they've been a major hit with some of your customers, right?
Yeah, and we go all over the United States. We do about 20 to 30 expos a year, to health professionals, to consumers. This gets rid of inflammation and pain, but the main thing is it helps with gout, fibromyalgia, diabetes. The Mayo Clinic recommends far-infrared saunas for all heart problems. The cancer clinics use it, and we have two authors, doctors. Dr. Sherry Rogers, she wrote the book Detoxify or Die. Around 2000, she raves about far-infrared saunas as the only way to detoxify plastics out of the body, like the firemen at 9/11. Those plastics get in, you breathe them in, your water bottle gets hot with plastic, those plastics get in the body. The far-infrared ray sauna is the only thing that gets them out. And when you look at the sweat from a rock sauna, a wooden sauna, and from ours, the far-infrared sauna, it's amazing the difference. Ours has heavy metals, chlorine. It's truly amazing what comes out. We specialize in raw food snacks and oxygen supplements and the latest green foods, you know, red foods, raw foods, drinks, and the oxygen products by Ed McCabe, Mr. Oxygen. We have his products in here. They oxygenate you, the mineral. We've been in here for 25 years in this location now.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's not really another store like you in Columbus, is there? You guys kind of stand alone, I think.
In the United States, we almost stand alone. Yeah. Because I've been all over, and people come in here and they compliment us a lot.
Want to learn more about any of today's show guests? Go to outandaboutcolumbus.com. Coda Busing may be always on the go, but they sure have their steering wheels headed in the right direction. I talked with Kelsey Marty about how Coda is becoming more environmentally conscious and getting ready for the summer season. Well, you know, today's show is all about going green, and I think one of the best examples of going green is what Coda has done. It's a little bit about what you guys are doing to change the environment.
Well, Coda has already undertaken a number of initiatives to help our community grow in a greener way. You saw that hybrid bus out today. We do have 6 hybrid buses that are out on the streets every single day. And then the rest of our fleet is operating on ultra-low sulfur diesel, which is a lower emitting fuel. It burns cleaner. We do a lot of recycling with our fluids, so used oil and used antifreeze, we get to recycle those. And then we actually even collect rainwater, natural rainwater, to wash all of our buses.
So tell us a little bit more about the CNG. What is Coda doing with that?
Sure. So, CNG stands for compressed natural gas, and this is a new kind of fuel that is widely available in the United States. It's actually produced here domestically in the U.S. So this is going to be something that saves Coda a ton of money long term. Right now, we've already purchased 30 of these buses. 5 of them have been delivered. They're already on site, and these are going to start hitting the road very soon. As soon as our CNG fueling station, which is what's being built at McKinley right now, is produced, those buses are going to hit the road.
So is there anything else going on here at Coda?
Yeah, well, we want to invite everybody down to Earth Day. That's happening on April 27th at the Columbus Commons. The celebration is going to be from 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. We're going to have one of our CNG buses on site along with one of our bike racks. So everybody is welcome to come down and check out both our new bus and how to use our bike rack, which is, there's a bike rack on every single bus, and this holds 2 bikes. So definitely we encourage everybody to come on down and check it out. It's great for families, and if you're just wanting to learn more about how Coda is being environmentally conscious, definitely some great opportunities to check us out on Saturday, April 27th.
Sounds not only educational, but fun also.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thanks much, Mike. Appreciate it.
Want to learn more about any of today's show guests? Go to outandaboutcolumbus.com.
Since 2007, Uber House has been devoted to helping people save money and make money by providing a clean and friendly environment for resale. We spoke with Uber House manager Kent Douglas about the special services that Uber House has to offer.
Uber House has been around for about 6 years. We are located here at France Road, 5760. What we do here every day is we're basically a resale shop for pre-loved furniture and home decor. So everything from sofas, chairs, outdoor furniture to pictures, vases, lamps, floor lamps, all those items basically that decorate a home and kind of make a finished room for you. Through our research, we have found out basically that, furniture accounts for about 4% of America's waste. I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 8.8 million tons. And most of the time when people are throwing that furniture away, it's not that it's trashed or that it's not good furniture, it just doesn't fit what they're doing anymore. Maybe they've changed their decorating scheme or changed their style. The nice thing with us is that, we can buy those items and pay them direct. And then it's here for someone else, who it may just be perfect for their new decorating. If somebody has, say, for example, a larger item, they can email us a picture at webuyfurniture@gmail.com. We will respond to them via email, let them know if we're interested in that piece, giving them sort of a ballpark of what our payout would be for that item, and then we can even recommend a local moving company if they needed help getting that item here to the store. People are also welcome to just come straight in with items, and a lot of our guests will do that. We pay outright, which is very nice too. It's not a consignment situation. You don't have to wait for us to sell it. You're walking out the door with your payment in hand, and you're good, you're done, and that way the item's not being thrown away or discarded.
For more information about this or any of our guests, go to our website, outandaboutcolumbus.com.
PDS Planning is your source for sound financial planning. It's your life. Plan for it.
Stay up to date with all the latest news, events, and information from Out and About Columbus by liking us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/outandaboutcolumbus. Did you know there's a way to stay green and still provide for your pets? Champion Feed and Pet Supplies manager Scott Shipman talked with Out and About Columbus about the newest line of green products located in their Delaware store.
So today's segment is about eco-friendly green products, and we do a lot of that here in the store. All of our dog foods are natural, all of our feeds are natural. Here's one of our absolutely favorite dog foods. It's called Dr. Gary's Best Breed. It's 100% non-GMO, no corn, wheat, or soybeans. One of the things that's really important is it's made right here in Ohio. farm fresh from the manufacturing to the store in just a matter of days. We also manufacture our own line of grains. We do Horizon grains, mostly organic, 100% natural, manufactured in our own plant in Granville, Ohio. This is a little stain and odor that is actually shipped empty so that it saves weight on water. Also keeps the product fresher. These are some other carpet and upholstery cleaners, no CFCs, 100% green. This is an interesting product. This is Total Body Wash. It is not a soap. It cleans skin and washes animals, but its chemistry actually came out of the wreck of the Exxon Valdez. It's 100% plant ester, very eco-friendly. One of the most interesting products we have is diatomaceous earth. Diatomaceous earth is a small silica type sand. You can apply it to your perimeter, your nesting areas, your bedding areas. You can put it on the skins of your animal, and the small sharp edges of the silica sand will actually cut the exoskeleton of parasites and keep everything parasite free and healthy.
OutandAboutColumbus.com is your inside source for all of Columbus entertainment, events, and information. Check it out now. With Earth Day right around the corner, we're looking for alternate energy, of course, especially when it comes to electricity, and solar power certainly comes to the top of the list. Dave DeWare is joining us from Solar Planet. How are you, Dave?
Nice to see you.
Tell us some of the reasons of why people would want solar power.
Well, there's really the primary reason is financial. The systems we put in provide power to the schools and to the municipalities we work with at a very low fixed price. That's a really strong benefit to systems that are hurting greatly in today's economy.
Yeah. You said it creates a financial net, right, for them?
I call it a financial safety net, because with deregulation in the electricity markets, the solar system provides a hedge, a permanent hedge for prices going forward. So the schools and the municipalities, they know what their cost of solar power is going to be year 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25.
Yeah, it's kind of a fixed cost, really, isn't it?
It's a fixed cost, and it's the only fixed cost in their energy budget.
This is a great educational opportunity as well, right?
Well, one of the reasons that I'm so enthusiastic about Solar Planet is because they've decided to provide educational facilities for each of the big systems that they put in around Ohio to teach kids not only how it works, but why it's important and how to put these systems in themselves.
This grid actually runs to West Jefferson High School, right?
Yes, it does.
And tell us about what happens with that overage of energy that this farm produces.
Well, when our system is producing more energy than the school is using, we engage in a process called net metering. And that's where the meter turns backwards, and it keeps track of the energy we send out into the grid. Now, when the solar system starts producing less, when the sun goes down, then we use up that credit on a daily basis. And the school gets full credit for every kilowatt hour produced on a daily basis.
OutandAboutColumbus.com is your inside source for all of Columbus entertainment, events, and information. Check it out now.
Sometimes we don't have a clue about what is in the soil and water around us every day. Advanced Analytics in Grandview has been helping the people of Ohio understand what is hidden within the soil and water for decades. Eve Carnitis, president of Advanced Analytics Laboratories, met with me to talk about the importance of soil and water testing. So Eve, tell us, what does Advanced Analytics Labs do?
We're a full-service environmental testing lab, and we analyze drinking water, wastewater, hazardous waste, petroleum hydrocarbons for pollutants, and the EPA has a hit list of chemicals in these areas, and they have regulatory limits for them. So, for example, in drinking water, you don't want arsenic and lead to be above a certain limit. For wastewater, you have manufacturing plants that discharge. They have a process, and they produce chemicals, and they discharge them in the wastewater, and they have permits how much they can discharge, and we test for that. The hazardous waste analysis. We test soil and other materials to see if there's hazardous substances there above a certain limit. One of our bigger areas is the petroleum hydrocarbon testing, where this relates to the gasoline stations, and we test for hydrocarbons, the gasoline range organics and the diesel range organics, and we check for the individual analytes like benzene. And
now, how do you go green?
We reuse and recycle almost everything, and we have furnished our laboratory with instruments from about 5 laboratories that have closed. And then we also buy products that we use in glassware and some instruments from the state of Ohio surplus. They have their auctions, and we try to just use whatever we can and not buy anything new unless we absolutely have.
For more information about this or any of our guests, go to our website, outandaboutcolumbus.com. Dinos Produce strives to offer easy, convenient, and nutritious snacks to schools, grocers, wholesalers, and food service distributors. Mike talked with Dinos Vice President Alex DeNovo about the fresh services Dinos provides every day.
So, Alec, what type of customers do you service here?
Our primary group of customers includes institutions, okay? So I'm talking schools, prisons, hospitals, nursing homes, mass feeder type institutions.
Now, what kind of fresh cut items do you manufacture?
We do a full line of fresh cut items, so everything from celery sticks, carrot sticks, salads, coleslaw. I mean, you name it, we do it. And if it's something that one of our customers maybe wants that we're not currently doing, we'll find a way pretty much to make it happen. Probably one of our newest lines of produce that's been a really big success for us is individually packaged items for use in a school-type environment.
And is these items here?
Exactly. That'd be some of these items here, and you can see there's a pretty wide range of items that we're doing there, and that's really just a small percentage of what we do. We do literally over 100 different combinations in one form or another, and these are really designed for use in schools. Currently there's a lot of funding, government funding for schools and school children to help them eat properly and learn good eating habits to help curb our obesity epidemic and some of the problems that we have.
It's in the news all the time.
Exactly. So I mean, you can see there's a wide variety of items there, from bags to cups, and we do a lot with local schools here around Columbus. We do a lot here in the state and also all the way up into Michigan, Pennsylvania.
And you actually package this inside your facility?
Absolutely. That's right here in our facility in Columbus, Ohio. Absolutely.
Fantastic.
For more information about this or any of our guests, go to our website, outandaboutcolumbus.com.
Eisenbach Recycled Products is all about taking the old and making it something new. We were blown away by all the things they're doing with their recycled items on a daily basis. Dan Eisenbach told us more about their business.
Our company actually started with me making buttons like these in our basement at home when I was just out of high school. So we have these for sale on our website. We have a lot of stock designs. We can also do custom work as well if you want a lot of them with, say, one thing. So with our pencils, one of the most fun things that we sell, and kids love them, and more importantly, their parents and business people love them as well. These are mood pencils. They're made from recycled newspaper, and they change color with heat from your hands. So when a child or anyone is holding it, you see it'll change color. It changes color when you're writing it. It's made from recycled material, and we have some fun imprints on them as well. Our pens are made from these. Foam cups, foam packaging, cafeteria trays, things like that. Well, our newest product, we're making picture frames. This is a certificate size, and the frame material is made from that post-consumer recycled EPS foam, or what people call styrofoam. And all of the education about what it is and what it's made out of is on the back. So not is it just a beautiful picture frame, but it also is an educational piece. The coolest thing right now is that we have launched our first online store. We have those products available to the consumer, to moms, to party planners, whatever. We have fun, we have functional, they're made from recycled materials, they're made here. That's what it's all about, and that's the kind of service we provide as a company, and you can take part by buying products made from that recycled material.
For more information about this or any of our guests, go to our website, outandaboutcolumbus.com.
Thurmans Cafe is the home of the Thurminator. Pick one up today from Thurmans to go.
Tired of doing the same thing every weekend? Try something new. Check out the event calendar at outandaboutcolumbus.com for the latest events and information.
If you want to enjoy a sports bar experience without all of the standard fried fare, Yabo's Tacos in Westerville needs to be your next stop. Out and About Columbus sat down with restaurant owner Scott Bowles to learn more about this new wave Americana twist.
I like sports bars. I wanted to do something a little different than wings, burgers, pizza, and fried stuff. So this was just a healthier alternative at the right price. It's not Mexican. We're Americana in a tortilla. I don't try to say we're in any way we're Mexican. Matter of fact, the proteins are many of the recipes that I learned indigenous to the Carolinas. Our pork is a Carolina-style pulled pork, and our beef is a Kansas City-style short rib recipe that we use. We slow roast them, both the pork and the beef, for 16 hours, and it just melts in your mouth. Lots of Americana flavors just happen to be in a tortilla. Our specials, we always have our $2 retro beer, and that's always, I jokingly say that's the beer I stole out of my dad's fridge. So it's the old school beers, the Schlitz, the Rolling Rocks, the old Coors Banquet. Our food is always a special because it's affordable. Our tacos are always $2, and one of our other popular items is the massive yabo, which is like everything in the kitchen practically. It's about a 2-pound taco. It's 12-inch taco with 2 kinds of cheeses, 3 kinds of meats, vegetables, and all the fixings. Many people actually split it because it's so big. We're in the Westerville location, which is our original. We've been here for a year and a half, and we now have a new store that we've been in for 8 months in Upper Arlington on Northwest Boulevard in the Kingsdale area. And we're excited to say that we're opening our 3rd store in less than 2 years in Powell, and it'll be at the corner of Sawmill and Powell Road.
Want to learn more about any of today's show guests? Go to outandaboutcolumbus.com. Uncle Sam's Pawn Shop is not your average pawn shop. We were out and about, and I caught up with the owner of Uncle Sam's, Gary Chasen, to talk about the ins and outs on how they recycle products and give back by being green.
Well, we're back with Columbus's Pawn Star, and he's all dressed in green because we're talking about recycling and Green Day and Earth Day and all these good things that are coming up. And you know what I think, Gary? I think pawn shops are probably the ultimate recycling center. You certainly see your fair share of things come in here that are recyclable. Right?
Well, that's right. I'm not thinking about beer cans and glassware. I'm thinking about a lot of other things, that people bring in. Big box television sets are gone. They recycle them, they trade them in. People really do sell us nice equipment, like high-end stereo equipment that might be obsolete, or musical instruments. And we get a lot of different kinds of things like that.
If there wasn't places like this that could take that in, it would probably end up in the dumps.
That's right. And it saves everybody a lot of money all the way around. The feature of the recycling is, trade something in. I've had people come in with an old drum set, trade it in for a newer one, okay?
Right.
Or maybe a watch for another watch. It could be anything.
And probably TV to TV. I got the smaller one. Right. You got a bigger one back there. I want it.
We do see jewelry that comes from divorces, breakups, and also the wedding bands have quotes in it with dates like "and love forever" comes into it. Yeah. And these things, of course, we don't put them out for sale, but they get recycled to the refiners, okay?
Exactly.
But a lot of things come in. The lady that got the half-a-carat diamond ring when they got married 20 years ago was trading in for 1 carat today.
Exactly.
See, so all of this changes. That's why when you look around here, all of this is used, but it's got the appearance of new because the way it's been refurbished and put out, that's recycling.
Outandaboutcolumbus.com is your inside source for all of Columbus entertainment, events, and information. Check it out now. Looking to swing the night away in your backyard? Utzi's Farm Market in Plain City has got it all. I spoke with owner Greg Utzi about the selection of swing sets offered and the latest information on agriculture. Well, Greg, today's show is Earth Day, and of course, no better place to come out and see Earth Day at its finest is out at Utzi's Market. What do you think about the whole growing crops and doing that kind of thing to help out the energy and the economy in that?
Well, I think it's a great thing. As a farmer, I've been involved in this all my life, and it's just it's something that gets in your blood. And as a farmer, we're trying to do what's right for the earth. We treat it the way it should be. You know, if we're not doing that, a lot of people maybe look at a farmer and say, well, they're out there making a bunch of money or whatever. But we're doing what's right for the soil and what's right for the animals and stuff around here.
So I know you guys rotate crops. You do a lot of things to conserve the soil and energy and things like that, right?
Right, yeah. And that's again, is beneficial to the soil and beneficial to the crops that we're raising.
Fantastic swing sets here behind us. Yeah, I see you got a new line, some new models. It's like a car year. Every time we come out here, it's something new. Tell us about that.
Yeah, exactly right. These sets, of course, this one's a train. It's just an awesome set.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of our higher end models. It's going to cost a little more, but the quality in all the sets that we sell is just fantastic. Made in Millersburg, Ohio, a small family up there that owns this business, and we've been dealing with them for a long time.
We're through the winter months now, I think. No more snow, Greg. So what are we planting, and where can we see things going now?
This week we planted some sweet corn. Our first time out there, we planted a couple acres. Ground's starting to warm up. We think that stuff's going to pop right out of the ground. We should be good to go. And also this week we're uncovering strawberries, and those plants are starting to pop out of the ground, and they'll bloom here in a few weeks and be ready for a strawberry crop by June.
You're going to see higher prices, lower prices? What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, I think as a whole right now prices should be fairly normal. Unless we see some dry, hot weather like we did last year, prices should stabilize.
Want to learn more about any of today's show guests? Go to outandaboutcolumbus.com.
Alta Vista is a local insurance company that has strived to become paperless and greener. Alta Vista's owner, Lucy Gross, spoke with Mike about the importance of bonding with clients and the environment at the same time.
Well, Lucy, I think you kind of come with an interesting perspective on going green with having an insurance company, because we all know that that's a pretty paper-intense industry. Why did you guys choose to go green?
Well, my background is IT, and I was an IT professional prior to being an insurance agent. So my background is, how do you do things paperless? How do you make things more efficient? How do you create a system that's very effective? Because insurance is so paper intensive, I was a little overwhelmed with that.
I would imagine.
So it helped me a lot to reduce my paper consumption, to start recycling. I provide insurance services for individuals who are either under 65. I do health insurance and life and long-term care, and for people that are over 65, I do Medicare primarily. All my client files are paperless, and because our society is internet-based now, which is paperless, my clients are able to access services 24/7, so I can go anywhere in the country at any time and access their information and help them out.
Now, should people be concerned about their data out there?
Absolutely, they should. And any insurance agent who has not taken the effort to become HIPAA and high-tech compliant is exposing their clients to that risk of identity theft.
How do you think you differ from other agencies in terms of, you know, what you're offering here?
There's somebody on the other end of the phone who is not putting you on hold for 20 minutes.
That's unique.
Yes, it is. And also, I give back to the community. I give back to the schools with supplies and equipment and support of their programs. And I do a lot of public speaking on healthcare reform because I'm the incoming president of the Columbus Association of Health Underwriters.
Outandaboutcolumbus.com is your inside source for all of Columbus entertainment, events, and information. Check it out now.